just around the corner, which means it's also time for summer travel. And we all know sometimes traveling can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be when you go with a hotel option like Homewood Suites by Hilton. Stick around, we'll tell you how. This is Summer Trippin'. Everyone, please welcome Amy Blankson, happiness expert, here to talk about some smart spaced travel tips. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Okay, so Amy, I absolutely love traveling with kids, but honestly, sometimes I just need adult time. Can you tell us how to create a stress-free environment despite traveling with the little ones?
Oh, I can totally relate. As a mother of 3, I am always looking for ways to decrease stress when traveling.
Yes.
And that is part of why I collaborated with Homewood Suites by Hilton on this new Power of Space survey. Okay. And we found that 71% of parents admitted to doing whatever it takes just to get a little alone time from the children. Yes. But when you actually take that time, 69% of us felt renewed and not guilty, which means that space is good for parents, it's good for kids, and overall, parents feel like if the kids can just have a little bit of space, it's better than having a ton of toys. So when I'm traveling, I always look for lodging options where I can have 2-room suites. 1 room for the kids, 1 room for my husband and me. Everybody's happier.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great idea.
That's a great idea.
Okay, well, Amy, my travel priorities are having fun and indulging a little bit, right? But I also really want to stay healthy. So how can I make sure that my needs are met?
So self-care is so important when you're traveling, and the Power Space survey found that 55 minutes is the optimal amount of time that we need to recharge every day. So if you can get that amount of time, then you feel happier, you feel healthier, you feel more renewed and energetic. And so part of what I like to do when I'm traveling is to keep up with my routine by maybe taking some time to meditate in my suite, or going to the fitness room, or dipping my toes into the pool, or if you like to cook, you can actually use a fully equipped kitchen at Homewood Suites by Hilton, and that way you can stay healthy on the road. But of course, life is all about balance, so you have to check out the happy hour where you can enjoy an evening social, complimentary drinks, and you can have light bites. Absolutely.
I think we could all cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers. Okay, look, Amy. I'm constantly traveling for my comedy gigs. And let me tell you, girl, it can be exhausting. What is it about travel that makes me so tired, and what can I do to keep it in check?
Well, believe it or not, 70% of travelers say the most stressful thing for them is trying to keep up with their routine when they're on the road. And so part of the way I do this is by matching form and function to the hotel option you pick when you're traveling, which means that, say, if you're a breakfast person, make sure you choose a hotel that has breakfast. And at Homewood Suites, you have a hot breakfast, plenty of options. You can sit and get your day started right. Or I find that I like to move around when I'm working throughout the workday. And so if I can just take the time and the space to be able to have separate places for work and for play, I can close the door of my suite and create more space. And 89% of people say they feel calmer and more productive when they can do that.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
That makes sense.
I really love what you said about space that matches form and function. It is so true. So what happens when you start doing this, and is it possible to do it in your very own hotel room?
It's absolutely possible to keep up with routine. And when you do this, you get a positive boost across all aspects of your life, from parenting, productivity, personal happiness, and even traveling. But it's not all about personal space. It's also about having physical space as well. And get this, a surprising 74% of individuals on this survey said that they would rather have personal space than have an entire day with their celebrity crush. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Right?
Personal?
So sorry, Bradley Cooper.
That's real, though, yeah.
I love that, Amy. I'm all for ways to be stress-free. How about you guys?
The most important thing, though, is that when you're traveling, it's not necessarily mission impossible to go stress-free, right? You can have wonderful travel, make great memories, but you can do so by thinking a little bit ahead about how to create space when you're traveling. When you do this, I think you'll find happiness overall. So,
yes.
Wow. All right.
Agreed. Yes.
True.
And guess what?
What?
Homewood Suites didn't come empty-handed, oh no. 3 lucky viewers can enter to win a 3-night stay for 2 at Homewood Suites by Hilton, New Orleans, French Quarter, including round-trip airfare for 2, and $500 for each person traveling. How awesome is that? Head on over to thereal.com to learn more information. Amy, thank you so much for being
Thank you,
here.
Amy.